Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Big Nerf Gaming and our first chance to play Rivals of Ixalan. Um, yeah, so there is a pre-release on Magic Online today. This is Thursday as I record this. And yeah, it's unfortunately it's only sealed, but I'm not gonna wait till Monday to play with the new cards if I can play with them today, right? Oh my goodness! Off the bat, just a quick glance, you note that a couple of my colors, my blue tops out at 3 on the mana curve, and my red at 4. So, yeah. Any dreams of slowing down with rivals that I was hoping for, I don't think I'm going to get. Let's do a rarity check here. Ooh. I'm not entirely sure what all these cards do. I have looked at all of them and taken a look, but I'm going to definitely have to spend some time reading, and hopefully, I'm assuming everybody else has not seen these yet either, so Flying Ascend. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have the City's Blessing, reveal the top card of your library and put it into your hand. Each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life for X of that card's converted. Wait. So it's like a dark. If you ascend, it becomes a 2/4 Flying Dark Confidant that drains them instead of damaging you. Okay, yeah, we're almost definitely playing black. Look at these cards and the Chupacabra. Oh man, Walk the Plank. Oh buddy, we're black probably. Yeah, bonus hunger, another ascend. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. If you have the city's blessing, each opponent sacrifices half the creatures he or she controls rounded up. And we'll have 2 of those. They're good in multiples. Sanctum Seeker, another vampire. Yep, and Deadeye Tractor is just value down. I believe this is a good card too, right? Oh, what? Forget good. That card is just sweet. If you've attacked with a creature this turn, it can clone, basically. Imitation is the sincerest form of piracy. Yeah. Also, we've got 1, 2 white uncommons, unfortunately. I could use a couple more, but they are vampire related, or this card is meant to work when you spread out in vampires, and obviously a flying vampire if you can ascend. Maybe I should see if I can. Is there anything I can do to? I guess if I'm making vampires, that should help trigger ascend. All right, let's go back to color sort. Sort by color. Let's do black first, I guess, because like I said, we're almost definitely playing black. It'd have to be pretty terrible. I don't love Queen's Agent, but here it's a vampire. We're gonna take the Chupacabra, which I haven't seen. If you haven't seen yet, it's like a Necrotal, and it's a battlefield destroy creature an opponent controls. It's not even you don't gotta target it or anything else. Sadistic Sky Marcher, we're definitely gonna play. Recover, we're gonna play. I think we'd play that even if we don't have any other pirates. I don't really love this card. Walk the Plank, we're gonna play. Dire Fleet Hoarder, we're gonna play. Deadeye Tracker, we'd play. Sort by color. Alright, let's take a look at white next, because ideally we'll pair white and black and do some vampire action. Vigilance, a 2/5 Vigilance if you control another dinosaur with flying. Still don't like this card. Vampires that put +1/+1 counters. Pterodon Knight flying if you have a dinosaur. Interdiction still good. Squire's Devotion should be good in this deck. I don't have. This isn't like the Life Gain vampire deck. Unfortunately, I wish there was some triggering. That would be pretty efficient with the Twilight Prophet if I could trigger on my life gains. Let's see, Luminous Bonds. I'm down for slightly more expensive pacifism. I will not even. I don't care how vampires I need to be. I will not play the single Legion Conquistador. It's not a tribal card, but Raptor Companions, whatever. Oh, Martyr of Dusk. That's what we want. Sky Marcher we want, and I think I clicked what Pride of the Conquerors. That's the okay. Let's take a look. I guess I mean, it's unlikely we'll play blue, but so let's just take a look. We'd play a Water Trap Weaver and a Sailor Mean, sure. Hornswoggle is okay. Counter target creature spell. 3 mana counter target creature spell. Get a treasure token. It's a little expensive, but I don't think it's too bad. Oh, Crashing Tide is not bad. Flood of Recollection seems good too. Ew, but bad Merfolk 2 drops. One with the Wind's fine, but it's just that's it. That's all the cards that are in blue. We can't play blue. Is there a whole cycle of these? I saw the red one. These enchant creatures that if you haven't attacked with a creature this turn, you have to sacrifice them. They're very interesting. There's one in red too, and it felt like a red mechanic, but I could also see it just being a cycle mechanic. Like I said, I haven't looked at all the cards. I guess I don't want to play that, but if I do play red, it's the highest, like my highest mana cost red creature. It becomes a 3/3 if I attack. Sure, obviously we'll play those bombards. They're just 4 damage instant speed to target creature. Tillinali's Crowd does not seem great. God, I hope Swashbuckling isn't still good, but for now we're putting it down there. Suncolored Raptor is whatever. I don't like it, but like I've definitely played similar effects that didn't have trample on the card. This one with trample, like at least if you get it late game, you can just threaten to smash him for 7 or whatever. They have to, you gotta get through some damage. The Goblin Trailblazer, little menace dudes are good. Firebrand still good. What? That seems very good. That seems like it's all right too. I don't know if I guess we have a lot of pirates. I guess we would play that, but it would depend on. I don't really have a lot of black pirates, and that's probably how we would pair it. So I don't know if we would play the Daring Buccaneer. Let's take a look at green though, because I'm starting to think we might just be like a black-green sort of grindy thing. Because double Dreadmaw, Overgrown Armosaur seems fine. Oh God, but there's nothing from. This is an ugly sealed pool. Just nothing from 3 to 5 or 3 and 4. Just the Blossom Dryad. We don't really have a lot of Explore. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. Rampant growth, but you have to have a dinosaur. A double branch walker. Ixalan's Keeper. Yeah. So it seems like we're going to be like a pretty ugly white black deck. I mean, it's like the only colors I can play. I mean, I could play red. The red is pretty good, but I feel like the white goes so much better with the black than the red, and the black is very good. Is my best color. Uh, I what the fuck? What's a Strider Harness? Yeah, it's not great, but oh, we'll play that. Play Evolving Wilds too. I mean, it's not great, but I mean, we're not really making that many random what's it called, tokens. If we had more token production to make that better, I could definitely see us running out this harness. It's just strapped to tokens. Let's pull this back up a bit. Jedi Tracker, Aspirin. All right, let's group creatures separately too. See, like this is it's not the best curve, but it's also not the worst. The Vonus Hungers are going to be good. Luminous Bond, like, admittedly, the Vonus Hungers are not good with the Pious Interdiction and the Luminous Bonds. That is an important note in terms of playing black white. How many? Let's see. 1, 2 and a half, 3, 4 vampires. They make the Sanctum Seeker better. Four and a half vampires. Oh, Ended Squire's Devotion's also a vampire. We're actually not making a lot of tokens. So Pride of the Conquerors does not seem great. There's also something to be said for enchantments in terms of getting the city's blessing. Like, because permanent's under your control, right? Yeah. Huh. I didn't think about that. Huh. I think I pulled the Pride. I don't think that's good. I think that Strider Harness will just prove to be better. I don't think that's good either, but of the two. And then I don't really want a Dark Inquiry. That card still seems pretty big. I mean, this does start as a flyer. I mean, I do have the 2 Bombards, too. I don't have, like... I'm going to go with Evolving Wilds and the Forsaken Sanctuary to make a splash not that bad. And just pull this stupid Strider Harness back out and bring in the double Bombard. And kind of just say it doesn't matter that I don't have the best set of creatures because I can just kind of remove all of yours. Ideally, I play the Vonus Hungers before the Interdiction and the Luminous Bonds, which isn't great with Ascend, but I think the cards are all strong enough they all should still go in the deck. I don't think they're enough of a non-boat that I should start pulling them. I mean, there is something to be said. Let's save this. Open a new copy. Sort by color. Let's pull out the white real fast and just see what it looks like when we build it with the red. Bombards. Sure, the Corsair. The Raptor. Trailblazer, Firebrand, Bravado, Firebrand. Enough other pirates that I should be able to play the Buccaneer. And sort by converted mana cost. This is probably just better, isn't it? I mean, I have less vampires for Sanctum Seeker. But how many vampires is it? 1, 2, a human, right? 3, 4. Sorry, 4, right? Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Versus what? 5, just 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. This is interesting because there's definitely this is I could see both of the like either one of these decks. Both these decks I think are quality decks. I think they're both like ways you could build it, and I think it depends which one is going to be better. It's going to kind of depend on like the field. I don't know how good a deck looks in this format. It's only been this sealed format's been available for like what 2 hours. And I haven't got to watch or play any yet. So I think we're gonna go with the white black version because I think it's just sweeter. The red version might be a little better because of basically because there's a lot of meh cards in here, but the red version basically just makes our Vonus Hungers better. However, the white version makes our Sanctum Seeker better. And I think that the sealed format is more likely to be like last a little longer and be a Sanctum Seeker format. Because even with this red deck, like I can get good draws, but I'm not like I've got like some pretty a mediocre 2-drop, mediocre 2, not the aggressive cards I want. Vonus Hunger is not like the best card. If I'm trying to get aggressive, they'll get rid of their worst cards. And I'll never if I'm aggressively trading, this is never gonna send, and it's gonna be it's just gonna be a bad edict. Where in the white black version, I can ascend, and when I do, these cards just become game winners. So I think this is what I'm gonna play. Obviously, I still need 2 more cards for this version, but that could just be the 2 Bombards, right? Yeah, I think it's going to be the 2 Bombards. I'm just going to do it like this. Add basic lands. Yeah, I'm fine with the 2 mountains. 9 black sources. 6? No, it should be 9 black. 9. If we're gonna count this evolving wilds 3 times, so just 9 black sources, 8 white sources, and 3 red sources. Yeah, that's fine. All right, let's do this. Now, obviously, if you take a look at this pool, you would see that my predictions regarding what would happen to this format when Rivals came out do not seem to be too on point. I definitely thought Rivals would feature more cards to slow down the format, but it's hard to tell. Oh, my Strongest is out of date? I don't know what that means. And do I have to alright, I don't know. I would like to play first, yes. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep this hand. Got a 2-drop. It can cast all of our colors. It has a removal spell. Oh, the Chupacabra. No reason to put the mountain out yet. Opponent doesn't need to know that we're splashing. We definitely block that. We block that because we're trading a 2-1 for a 2-1, but we get our lifelink token, and we have the Vonus Hunger. I don't want him to have that creature hanging around when it's time to cast Vonus Hunger, which will probably be at the end of his next turn here. Or maybe not. It'll depend on what he plays. No, I think it's best to cast it here. Honestly, I think I should like. Oh, and if he has nothing here, yeah, this game should be well in hand. Um, basically, I've got the next two removal spells for his creatures. One of which is my Chupacabra coming into play and getting me another 2/2. This card is just so good. Oh man, I forgot how good Necrotal was in limited. Just let me have a creature. Let you not have a creature. Yeah, and especially in this format where a 2/2 for whatever cost is the standard card. Oh, that's gonna lose him 2 life. Then it's gonna get Chupacabra. I hit black right now. Okay, doesn't matter. Pop that. Attack with all creatures. And then yeah, we still got the bonus hunger. Which if we draw a land and play the Fathom Fleet border, we can be ascended on. Not that it matters. The Cannonade. Should be alright. If that's all the opponent is doing for their turn, that is not going to be enough. Desperate Castaways is fine. Get in with my attackers. Force opponent to have a play or die. Doesn't have a play. Okay. Yeah, this seemed good. I'm over here looking at the Prophet, looking at the Sanctum Seeker, like, oh, wait a second, yeah. I forgot Chupacabra might still be my best 4-drop, despite the mythic rare. And, like, yes, better card, clearly, no doubt. But just given the format, I don't know. We'll see, though. There is a handful of, like, good ways to sort of control what your opponent's doing pretty cheaply now that it might allow to draw some longer games out. But the problem is still there's not. I mean, I guess Twilight Prophet is a late game. Like at a certain point, if you just get to this, you will just win the game. If you can just hang around, you'll just draw cards that'll kill your opponent eventually. Though, I mean, look at my deck. It's gonna be kind of slow. 2 life at a time. I don't know what this is about. Whew. This is close. I think we keep it. Eeh, that's unfortunate. It would have been nice to have that turn 1 swamp for that. Ew. I might see if I can get my opponent to sacrifice that to bonus hunger. That might be my best solution for that card. We could really just use another swamp here, though, because that is really the be-all, end-all of this hand. Oh, okay. What do we think? We don't want to attack with Raptor Companion. That's clear. We cast Bonus Hunger? Or do we just... I think it's better to cast the Hoarder. I can't track her yet with no targets. But Hoarder is it builds the board, and it is the thing that gets us closest to having an actual land for the next turn. Um, I don't know about that. I feel like opponent definitely should have sent with the hatchling, knowing they had another border too. Like they've got one to block the companion and hoard the hoarder off. Ooh, that's a well-timed swamp right there. Hey. Okay, this is obviously not correct. So the real question is, do I play the Twilight Prophet or the Sanctum? I think I play the Sanctum Seeker. Opponent is red black, has not cast any removal yet. Um, uh, but likely has some, being red black, but the Sanctum Seeker can hold off their ground crew if they do not, and can draw that first removal spell if they do, because I would rather see the Twilight Prophet live. I mean, we're not far from ascending at this point. I'm gonna go for a casual block here. We're not gonna double because then we get absolutely blown out. If the opponent has Skullduggery, and I have not forgotten about the Skullduggery. I mean, I guess the opponent can still blow us out with Skullduggery and pick up the Raptor Companion, even though I didn't block. Okay. Wait, why not? I mean, I guess you could. It doesn't matter. I guess giving it double strike or first strike is irrelevant there, but I don't know why you wouldn't give it double strike. In fact, I'm going to say that's probably wrong. They should have given that double strike. How do I do this? I definitely want to play Deadeye Tracker this turn. It's just a question of if I'm playing the Twilight Prophet or the Glorifier. I think I'll play the Prophet. It's slightly worse if the opponent has a removal spell right away, but it does having the Glorifier to play does put a +1/+1 counter on it to get it out of the way of Bombard, for example, in terms of removal spells. And while I can't do that all in one turn, the fact that I can do it next turn, and that next turn I will also be ascending if I don't block here, which I'm not going to for that point. Okay. Glad I didn't block with the Prophet. If I play the Sky Marcher, still don't have really great blocks. I think I need to play the Sanguine Glorifier first. Put the counter on the Prophet. And then have a set of blockers. That's fine. Ooh! So does that immediately give me the City's Blessing? Yes! Okay, that's interesting. It's the first time I've got to see that. Okay, so that's the beginning of my upkeep. Okay, and then... if I just catch this on opponent right now... Let's think about this. How greedy do we want to be? If opponent if opponent plays another creature... I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like... if we cast it now, we can stop them from being able to crew the Dreadnought. But if they have another creature in hand and play that before combat and then crew the Dreadnought, we can get 3 creatures with the Hunger. And that's kind of what I want to do. Hey, both sides have ascended. Oh, is opponent not gonna... oh. Okay, well. We're greedy, but we're not that greedy. Yeah, that is a sweet... oh, that's a sweet effect. I'm walking the plank on it because otherwise that means you can't. If I pious it, they can still crew the Dreadnought with it. Hey, an opponent concedes because I've got the pious in hand, and yeah, they're done. Whew. Okay, so in the first match, we learned 2 things. Chupacabra's busted. And Bonus Hunger's pretty good, too. All the cards I opened are good in black. Let's be honest. I got pretty lucky in a really easy deck build here, I'm not going to lie. But we're going to pretend like I'm a genius. We're going into round 2. We've been recording for this video. Somehow, I thought that deck building took longer, but even with that match, this video was only at like 40 minutes, not even. So, I don't know. I might divide this up into 2 videos for... ooh, I think we keep this hand. Just because it's a sealed. So, I thought it was going to make sense to split it up. It's going to depend on how long these matches run. I'm not going to split it up if I'm done with the whole seal event in 2 hours, or, sub 2 hours. Whew, that's a good draw. Pillar of Origins, Dino. Yep, that's it. It's always Dino. Oh, this curve out, though. Talk about lucky top decks. I know this isn't my internet. I'm assuming this is Magic Online because it's, there's a pre-release happening. it's I think this is the first, I believe, where we're playing with cards on Magic Online before the actual pre-release like for physical. Like it's a weird change of pace, I will admit. Ooh. I'm gonna play the mountain because as we attack here, we want to have that. I want to have that access to that bombard. Normally, I would wait to reveal my splash, but I mean, unless opponent has some form of board sweeper here, uh, we should be pretty good. But because opponent might have some sort of board sweeper here, we're gonna play the Forsaken Sanctuary, and we're not playing this Twilight Prophet this turn. Because it is very shady that opponent still hasn't played a dang card. Like, extremely shady. I mean, I've got Bombard and Pious for their first two creatures, so I'm not pressured to put the Prophet right down. And draw cards. Why on my upkeep? Now that we've drawn a removal spell out of hand, we're going to play the Twilight Prophet. That also at least pressures opponent to deal with the Prophet before we just beat up on them. Like it would, like if opponent has to spend their turns playing a removal spell to kill the Prophet, then we get another turn of attacking them on the ground. What busted ass dino? Oh, that hit a big deal. That we can deal with. That we could just pious away and not even think about ever again. Oh no, that is not pious. Hey, woo. Okay, well, yeah. I don't think I have any great sideboard options generally. Nonetheless, specifically against this opponent, like I could maybe see ritual versus like in the all in aggro deck because I have 4 life, but the draw might be enough to deal with them. But versus opponents slow dino deck question mark. I don't actually know what opponent's deck does. If anything. Like opponent's deck has 3 colors and is playing double color green spells in their 3 color deck, where green did not appear to be one of their main colors. Or if it was, they kept a hand where they had multiple. You following what I'm saying here. It does not seem like I have to make big changes versus that. I feel like this deck has been seeming very strong so far. Just continuing to play it as it landed should be fine. Want to sink a ship? Blow a hole in the hull? Want to kill a Regisaur? Same answer. Captain Brandis Thorn. Let's get some good flavor text. I will catch you, child of the sun. I will drink your life and leave you a husk discarded in the shadows. No more fear of death's oblivion. Is this not the greatest treasure of all? I love flavor text. Whew. I'm gonna keep it. Yes, there's a chance I don't draw any lands and I just sit here. However, if I do draw any lands, like if we draw some lands, this hand is insane. That's a great start. Uh, we don't see any of the bombards, so we're going to use that to get our second swamp. We are going to definitely need that we know we need in hand. What's an opponent? Did opponent just switch decks? I feel like opponent was definitely dinosaurs a second ago, right? That card's pretty good. I would have played all of those. Uh, I'm definitely not walking the plank in that, so doesn't matter what land I play, really. His hand is bonkers. Absolute bonkers. Oh, the snub horn. Okay. Uh, we'll take the 2 damage, or lose the 2 life. That should, barring a spell of some kind, at least hold the board for a second. Whew. And I'm gonna bash too, I think. Opponent would need to play an instant to make the trade. Otherwise, I'm just gaining 4, dealing 4, and I'm down for that. Ho 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 ho! All right, touche. That is kind of annoying because it does eat 2 of my permanents towards ascending, which is very important at the moment. Opponent have like opponent having Bloodfast online is pretty terrible for us because this is like our hand is ideal for just trading basically with an opponent. But with the Bloodfast, the opponent is going to absolutely out just demolish us in card advantage. Failed to find on the pirate, by the way. That's interesting. I think we should walk the plank on the 3/3 we can't deal with. Make it 2/2. Because he's got the city's blessing. It isn't going away. That card is it's just a 1 mana 3/3 now. He really could use a second to just stabilize, but opponent seems to know that we would love to get up to ascend territory and is forcefully trading with us. Ha ha ha! That's bonkers. Like, look at my hand. I discarded Luminous Bond over Pious because there's, like, I'm not likely to be able to play two things in a turn anytime soon. But Pious gains 2 life. I should still Chupacabra first. Destroy the Forerunner so they can't keep pinging me for 1 damage. Opponent's going to draw a card with the Bloodfast. I mean, if opponent gets low enough and we can hang out long enough to ascend and get our card, 2/4 Flying Vampire with Ascend that drains and Dark Confident. I just don't know the name of the card yet. I know what it does. We're gonna block that. Of course, the turn after opponent hits us with a Deadeye Tormentor, we draw back-to-back Bombards. Yeah, let's gain that life. We're not going to Pious anything here because I'm not, like, I don't see a reason to Pious a 1 damage attacker while opponent is just drawing cards and is likely to have something better. We would be sitting pretty right now if opponent didn't have that Bloodfast, but yeah, it was a amazing card versus our hand at that moment where it was like, yeah, no, we want to play a nice slow game and we just pick off all your stuff, and opponent was like, nah, bro, I am the slow one. Just keep swinging. Opponent can theoretically put the Bloodfast flipped for next turn, but not yet. And ideally, I'd find a way to kill them before they flip that next turn, but I don't. I don't have one of those. That's not in this deck. Ouch! That's gonna probably do this game. This was just a this game went very unlucky for us. Like I said, opponent playing Bloodfast into our hand, where Bloodfast is generally bad against most, hands in this format. Like if we had the hand from that first game here, that Bloodfast is Garbo. And then us, drawing back-to-back Bombards the turn after we had to discard with when we don't have our splash color. That's variance for you. Not a big deal. I'm not gonna freak out about it. We'll just go to game 3. Well, not yet, because you know me. When I said opponent, did opponent see bonus hunger in game one? No, right? Not. I didn't have to cast that in the end. Yeah, I played Pious, right? Yeah. I'm just dead, right? Well, I would have been if opponent attacked properly last turn. I guess they're just gonna sacrifice this turn, but no, they still no. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no. I mean, I am dead, but opponent like could be killing me right now. You know, because opponent didn't kill me now. I'm gonna see if they want. I want to see if they're gonna show me any more cards. Like, if they attack with that last turn, they can just now crack that this turn, and I'm dead with this attack here. Alrighty. Can First off, do we have anything for that Bloodfast? I don't think so, right? Yeah, no way to deal with enchantments. Right? I don't know what all these. I know what Plummet does, but I don't know what all these cards do. I just wanted to take a look. Make sure there wasn't something floating around in green. That's another little color that's got a chance at that. I guess we're just gonna run this back. Yes, I want to play first. That hand's fine. Like, based on our opponent's deck change, should be able to trade the Martyr early. And then if I recover that back, play it again, like, that's going to be a lot of value. I would prefer to. Ooh, look at that. To have a way to cast the Bombard in the hand, but. Tag that. Okay. This is what we were looking for. Not the best card draw. We really didn't need another non-mountain land there, but, you know, it's, we'll deal. Opponent does not want to attack here because they know I have Martyr of Dusk in hand and they want to be able to trade off that 1/1 for my 2/1. Okay, then. Still don't want to attack here. Okay, I guess if you have no land and you want to get your scry, I mean, sure. But spending a card to get my half a card does not seem strong. Heh. I could play the Sanguine Glorifier and not get the. No, I would rather get the +1 onto the Sky Marcher. So I'm just gonna reveal the Martyr of Dusk. Wait, no, what? No. Additional cost, reveal a vampire. It's not the most mana efficient play, but because I could play the same Glorifier and not get a +1/+1 counter, but I think making this a 3/3 flying lifelinker instead of a 2/2 flying lifelinker is worth it enough that I can be mana inefficient. Of course, if opponent does that. Ooh, that's a good draw because it really messes my day up because I still can't play anything or only one spell next turn if I want to play the Glorifier for value. But because we drew the Sun Sentinel, we can play both of these this turn and then play the Glorifier next turn. Opponent's going to leave that Vampire back to block the Martyr. Unfortunately, the Martyr's going to be a 3/2 and it attacks. Well, unfortunately for him, fortunately for us. Unfortunately for us, we don't get the City's Blessing until we have a Ascend permanent or Ascend spell go off. Like, I would love to have the City's Blessing right now. I've earned it. I mean, like I said, I guess if you've got nothing else to do, you gotta do what you gotta do. That's like I shouldn't like scoff at my opponents. Ha! You've had to play this card in this way. No, their opponent is doing what they can with what they've got. I should be evaluating it properly as well. I've got an advantage because opponent is stuck on white mana and being forced to play spells that are not efficient in order to keep me from just running them over. Let's say here comes a Pious. I'm going to just cast this. Because it gives me the City's Blessing, it's gonna likely kill a 1/1 token anyway. And then we are gonna explore because we could use the card or the land. Yeah, no, that's gonna graveyard. It's just a 2-power creature like flyer. We're looking for, we were looking for a mountain or one of our, bomb vampires there. That's not good. Oh, that's fine then. Like, if that's what they're going to do at the turn with their finally got their black mana, I am kind of okay with that. I control a pirate. That's not going to matter. Like, we're perfectly happy to see opponent activate Bloodfast here. Or just pass. That's fine too. That's fine. But we don't have anything amazing for him to get with a poisoner. we could really use just, you know, one of our 4 mana bombs. Be pretty huge here. Red mana also good. Huh. It's red mana next turn, I mean. We have the red mana next turn, and opponent still needs to come with another blocker. That'll blank the Sentinel. Or another coalition. I don't think opponent can afford to search though. Oh no, but then don't I think opponent poof. I don't know. Attacking with everything here because if opponent blocks the vampire, they're basically dead. Opponent has to produce a creature here. It is an interesting weirdness that getting that opponent getting themselves below 5 to earn them kind of got themselves access to another mana there. I look at them tapping. Hey, there's the destroy on that double black. Now let's run everything back. If we had bombarded, or if we had attacked the turn, we should like. Well, no, it doesn't really matter when we bombarded there because we would have not attacked with that lifelinker that first turn anyway. So we're exactly where we ought to be. Blightkeeper is fine. The Prophet. Actually, let's attack first. Get opponent to trade. And then play the Prophet. Oh. Opponent not going to trade? Okay, well. Still playing the Prophet here. This card is just bonkers when you're ascended. Opponent kind of has to sack Blightkeeper and then get very lucky. Still, like, get very lucky. Not very lucky, but a little lucky. Very lucky to win, a little lucky to survive this next turn. Got a little lucky, survived this next turn. I should say more than a little lucky because Luminous Bonds was 1 card down. Ooh. As a side note, not to spoil the story at all, but is that Maverick Fane locked up in those Luminous Bonds? I think so, right? The story came out. Little story came out like yesterday, where we saw Maverick Fane and Vona getting at what's his face, Humana, I believe is the what's his the name of the merfolk, the crazy one. Is the crazy one Kumena, or is it the other one? Is the other one Kumena? I'm forgetting the name right now, but you know what I'm talking about if you're following the story. So obviously, if you're following the story and you haven't read from yesterday, and I'm just spoiling my butt off, but you probably should have paused when I started talking about the story. Okay, Maverick Fane and Vona were attacking Merfolk dude at in Araska. But I don't know who that is. Because it doesn't look like. Yeah. I don't know who the character is that's putting them in the luminous bonds. Could really use the a tag on that quote of who it's by, because yeah. Anyway, we did win that match while I was off in Storyland, because we revealed Bombard with Twilight Prophet's ability. But I was distracted. Huh. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. This video is an hour long, just over an hour. We're going to cut this video here. We'll be back with part 2. It'll upload probably shortly after part 1. I'm just dividing them. I just want to try like dividing videos into to see if that encourages people to view them based on the viewing numbers. I'm gonna get a little technical here. You can just turn it off now and come back for part 2 if you don't want to hear the technical stuff. But basically like the viewing. How long people view the videos for is very rarely the whole thing, and I'm wondering if maybe if I make them smaller chunks, you might be more enticed to view them. Of course, if the chunks get longer, because I'm sitting here at the end explaining what I'm doing, that's kind of counterintuitive, but So until the next video, enjoy Rivals of Ixalan. Open well, and just hang out there. Have a great life, folks. See you soon. Peace.